Maximizing your trading profits isn't just about the strategy, it's all in the timing. So in today's video, we're gonna dive into when it's the best time to trade with the right session and the volume. So no matter what is your trading experience, you can stick to this video and boost your trading skills. So the first things first is to understand when the market is open and when the market is closed. So we all know that the Forex market is operating 5 times per week, 20 hours a day. So basically it's closed on the weekends. So first of all, you are not trading on the weekends. Now, on the other 24 hours every single day that the market is open, we have different sessions according to different time zones. And depending on which session you are in, currently your volatility and the liquidity injected in the market will be different. So this means that there is certain sessions that are more volatile and provide better opportunities than others. So if you want to break down these 4 sessions, we actually have 4 of them. We have the London session, the New York session, the Sydney session, and the Tokyo session. And as you might have noticed, those session names contain a city of one of the major countries. So for example, New York is a city in the United States, London for the United Kingdom, then we have Tokyo for Japan and Sydney for Australia. And those 4 countries are in a different time zone. And as they are in a different time zone and the Forex market is operated 24 hours per day, they're depending on the liquidity that the session provides. So what do I mean by that? So first of all, you need to understand that we are retail traders. We are not the people who are moving the markets. The people who are moving the markets are the big banks, the big institutions, hedge funds that invest billions of dollars in the markets. And those big banks and big institutions are situated in those major countries. So basically, if we take the New York session, during the New York time zone, the New York banks and institutions for their time zone will trade into the financial markets. This means as they are trading, they are moving the markets, they are the people who inject the liquidity in the markets. So basically, the more people are injecting money in the markets during the different time zones and different sessions, the more the session will be volatile. And the big banks and the big institutions, the 2 big banks and the big places in the world that people are trading, it's mostly New York and London. So of course there is more cities, but the time zones are usually on the New York time zone and in the London time zone. Then you have as well Sydney and Tokyo, but during Sydney and Tokyo the volatility is smaller as those countries are injecting less liquidity in the market than for example during New York or London. So with all of this amazing information, we are now able to understand when it's the best time to trade. So if we now know that during New York and during London, this is when the liquidity and the volatility is the highest, this is as well when there is more opportunities in the market. If you want to know the different time zones and the different sessions, so when it starts for you, you can always go on babypips.com tools and Forex market hours. And right here you have the Forex market time zone converter. And as you can see right here, you select your time zone exactly right here, and you will be able to see when each session for your time zone starts and ends. As you can see, I have the New York time zone, so for me the New York session starts at 8 a.m. and for example London right here it's at 4 a.m. in the morning. As you can see right here as well, there is some session overlaps. So when there is a session that overlaps another session, this is even a stronger moment to trade. So if we already understood that London and New York are the most volatile sessions where a lot of opportunities are created, imagine what will happen if those 2 sessions are overlapping. As you can see right here, we have the trading volume, and the biggest trading trading volume is exactly at the moment when London and New York is overlapping each other. So with that information, you can already understand that the best time to trade is during the overlapping of London and New York. So depending on your time zone, this particular point right here is the time where all the opportunities are created. Of course, now you will tell me, okay, but what if I want to trade during Sydney or Tokyo? Now, the market is open. You can, of course, trade during other sessions. You just need to understand that if you trade during other sessions, the volume will be lower. The volume will be lower. That means the market will create bigger spreads. And as the volume is lower, there's less liquidity as well, so the spreads as well will be bigger. So the worst time to trade actually it's during Sydney, when there is no overlapping at all, because Sydney is the less volatile session of those four. So basically, when you trade during Sydney without any overlapping right here, so for 3 hours straight, the liquidity and the volume, as you can see right here, is so low that you cannot trade during Sydney. Your spreads will be way too big, and this is the time you should avoid trading. So if you trade during Sydney, it's the worst time to trade. Then you have as well the overlapping with Tokyo and Sydney right here, that it's actually not that bad. You can still have some trades. You just need to understand, if you're trading during a less volatile session, your setups might get formed slower, the price might move slower, and there will be fewer opportunities. So if you are trading on a lower time frame, so I would say 1 hour and less, I suggest you to focus on London session and New York session. If you are a swing trader, then it doesn't really matter on which session you trade, but you need to understand that don't enter during Sydney. If you enter during Sydney, you will have way more chances to have a bad entry because of the low liquidity provided during that session. Now that we know about the different trading sessions, I want to mention the economical release and news events, because you need to as well be aware of those. For example, you can find them on forexfactory.com, and as you can see right here, you have multiple news with different impacts. If you go on Forex Factory, first of all, you'll see a lot of folders, but basically right here you see there is the impact, and everything except for the red folders are not important. So you can remove the orange and the yellow folder right here, so you are only left with the high impact news. Now those high impact news that are the red folders exactly right here will create even more volatility in the market at their release. So if, for example, you are trading and you are in a trade already and you have a high impact news approaching with the time of the news event right here, you need to be aware that this specific period might increase in the volatility and your stop loss might get hit, or for example, the market can go on the opposite direction that you wanted. So you need to make sure to always keep an eye into the economical calendar, because this is showing you when you should avoid the trades, because it's always better to avoid trading during news than try to trade during news and get caught in a loss. And again, we have all the different time zones right here on when the news will be released and the impact on which currency the news will be. So this is why if you see that you have a high impact news coming out soon, you should avoid trading pretty much like 30 minutes before and after this news release, so you leave the market time to readapt and calm down the volatility for you to have a better entry and a safer trade. So now that we know that those different sessions are dictating the volatility in the market, we can as well see on which pairs this liquidity will be the most visible. What do I mean by that? Is, for example, we all know that in the forex market we have different currencies, right? Like for example USD, CAD, euro, GBP, etc., etc. So those currencies, as you might have noticed too, are related to a country, right? So the US dollar is related to the United States, Canadian dollar to Canada, euro to the European countries, etc. So basically, if we take this link together, the US dollar will move more during the New York time zone. Why? It's because, again, the big banks and institutions are injecting their own currency, so the US dollar, right? So this is why the USD pairs during the New York session will move more. If we take the same idea, the AUD and the NZD will move more during Sydney, and the Japanese yen will move more during the Tokyo session. Now, if we know that those currencies are all affected by different sessions, we know that the currencies are coming in pairs. So if, for example, you have Euro USD, you can trade Euro USD during the most volatile session for that pair, that is London and New York, because you have the Euro for London and you have the USD for New York. Then if you have, for example, USD GPY, you can trade it during New York and during what? Tokyo, exactly, you got it right. So this is how it works. And basically you can still trade, for example, AUD NZD, that is completely a Sydney pair during New York if you want, but you need to understand that the volatility of AUD NZD during New York will be lower than, for example, during the right session according to that pair, that would be Sydney. Same thing, for example, if you're trading GBP GPY and you're trading this pair during New York, it might have a lower volatility than, for example, if you would trade that pair during directly London, as GBP is London session pair. So to do an overall recap of that, we have 4 major sessions that are connected to the big banks and institutions of that specific countries, of that specific time zones that they are in. Those big liquidity providers are injecting their currency into the market, making that currency during a specific period more volatile. So you should focus on the right currency at the right period of time. If you don't remember, think about where the country is situated, where the currency is, and see what is the time zone that you can trade that currency on, for example, babypips.com, exactly right here. Then the best session to trade is always London and New York. The worst session to trade is Sydney. And if you have an overlapping in the sessions, it's even better. And of course, don't forget about the news events, that if you have an economic release, you should avoid to trade during that specific period, because your trade might be stopped out for no valid reasons because of the increase of the volatility. And last thing is that you can trade multiple currency pairs during all the sessions that you want, but keep in mind that if you combine the right currency with the right session at the right time, you will have the biggest chance of making a maximum of profits. So that's it, guys. So if you have any additional questions, don't hesitate to write them down in the comments and tell me what is your favorite session to trade along with your favorite pair. You can as well like, share and subscribe to our channel, and see you soon to a new episode of Koshkah'S Trading Academy.